Peppa Pig hides several mysteries through its episodes. Some may sound shocking and others somewhat disturbing. But the one I'm about to tell you is definitely the one that has generated the darkest theories. And I'm not talking about an episode or a character that is known within the series. I'm talking about a mysterious photo of Peppa's family and their house. My God, how many times have we not seen this photo at parties, on posters, or even on the internet? What's wrong with this photo? The thing, friends, is that this photo hides the most disturbing mystery of Peppa Pig. The story begins when they released the first official wallpapers of Peppa Pig. It's not exactly known when they came out, as the series premiered in 2004. And from there, little by little, things came out of which we don't have dates. The thing is that this first official wallpaper has a mystery that can't be seen at first glance. As soon as you look at one of the windows of Peppa's house, we can definitely see that there is a little deer looking through the window. Who is she? Why haven't we seen her throughout the series? Why did they leave her in this wallpaper? Some think that this was simply a mistake on the part of the creators of Peppa Pig. Others think that they only did it to create a kind of intrigue and make people go crazy over this image. The truth, friends, is that this image has an explanation behind it. So get ready because you are about to know the answer through this video. The simple fact that this image is completely official and not just a montage made by some fan. It made us delve into all the episodes and history of Peppa Pig, and the answers we found are going to leave you with something disturbed. And the thing is, we have 4 possible answers to the mystery behind this wallpaper. It is thought that this was the first photo taken of Peppa and her family in front of their house just before the show started. What no one had realized is that Peppa's older sister had appeared in this photograph. The disturbing thing is that we would never see her again. Everything points to the fact that this little pig was the first child that Daddy Pig and Mommy Pig had, and it was because of her that they moved to the yellow house they currently have. It is not known if it was because they were first-time parents who did not take much care of their daughter and she became seriously ill. It could be that from birth this little sister of Peppa was born with very poor health. This caused Peppa's own parents to become very desperate and look for the following alternatives. It could be that being sick since she was little caused great damage to the piglet's nervous system. Or she might even have had some bone disease, which made her become paralyzed. Of course, Peppa's parents did want to have a daughter to live with and take care of her like a normal girl. So that's when they had Peppa. They wanted to hide her little sister from Peppa so she wouldn't feel strange or scared to know this dark truth, so they simply hid her from Peppa. And being a 4-year-old girl, it was going to be very easy to deceive Peppa with any excuse not to enter the rooms where they hid her little sister. Eventually, when her little brother George was born, the family decided to take a picture in front of their house. And that's when the secret could no longer be hidden. Probably the parents themselves realized this from the photo, and so they saw how to get rid of it. It is thought that peeking out the window was the biggest mistake for Peppa's little sister, as her parents were thinking of giving her up for adoption. But this was going to leave many clues to other people and their family. Being a defenseless girl who was always sick, it was easy for Peppa's parents to hide her where she could never be found. One night when she was asleep, that's why in episodes afterwards we never saw her again. Other people think that the answer can be found in Season 2, Episode 47, The Blackout. There's an idea that Peppa's older sister is still held captive in the basement of their house. And this makes a lot of sense, as it's very obvious that Peppa's parents are not going to let her, not even George, go down to the basement. It could be a very dangerous place for 2 small children. This, my friends, could be the perfect excuse to keep this sick girl hidden from their other children. And even upon watching the episode, we can have a hunch that Peppa's parents are hiding something. And the episode begins with everyone doing their activities. Daddy Pig wants to turn on the vacuum cleaner, Mummy Pig wants to do her work while Peppa and George want to dance. But suddenly there is a power outage. To solve this, Peppa's dad wants to go down to the basement to see if he can find the flashlight. But in the meantime, we need a flashlight. I think there is a flashlight in the basement. Alright, I'll go look for it. But as soon as he starts going down, we hear him fall, and he says the following phrase I can see very well in the dark. Who put that there? It's as if someone had put these things so that Daddy Pig would have a serious accident. It was possibly Peppa's older sister who wanted revenge and to be able to escape. But unfortunately, Daddy Pig, being an adult, was able to withstand all these blows. And as soon as we hear that Daddy Pig is having problems in the basement, Peppa's mom suddenly remembers that the flashlight is in the kitchen. And she quickly takes her 2 children with her, as if she wants to distract them and not have them focus so much on the basement. Then we have a scene of Daddy Pig who seems to be fighting with something. In reality, we don't see him tripping or falling, but we can clearly see him in the center of the shot, struggling with something. Maybe with Peppa's older sister? Dad is still in the basement looking for the flashlight. I'm sure it's around here, Daddy. We found the flashlight. I think Peppa's little sister was the one who cut the power. As we've seen in some movies, the control centers for electricity or power switches are almost always located down in the basement. She possibly set up several things for Peppa's dad to fall over, but then we don't know what Peppa's dad might have done to his sister. And possibly he adjusted the switch so that the power would come back while Peppa pretended to have her television show. But don't worry, friends, all of this is just theories. None of what was said is official. It wasn't even confirmed by the creators. It's possible that this mysterious wallpaper we see of Peppa was just a joke to troll all of Peppa's fans. And well, it seems his joke did indeed work. From all of this came a bunch of quite bizarre theories that definitely ruin childhoods. And this is what we think. Friends, there is no other little sister of Peppa Pig. It was simply a joke that stirred up everyone. But what do you guys think about this strange image? Do you have any other explanation or dark theory? See you in the comments.